I don't really know how to start this live off, but I just feel like I need to talk. And I got so much to say. And I don't really know how to do this, but I'm just talk. Um, it's just so much to talk about. My daughter was sex trafficked. Matter of fact, I'm probably have to delete this because I just said sex trafficked. Oh my god, it's so nerve wracking. Anyway, my daughter was trafficked. I hope I don't have to do this over. YouTube, it's just these ridiculous rules. I have rights, okay? Freedom of speech. I can say what I want to say. So I'm gonna just go with that, okay? Don't violate my rights, YouTube. Um, my daughter was trafficked in 2021. Actually, I think it started way before then, but 2020, um, 2020, she was kidnapped. I took her down to the police station to make a report about it. We did. Um, 2021, she was trafficked. She was trafficked by a well known celebrity. It was many girls with her that was trafficked. She was like one of the last ones that they had unalived. But they trafficked my daughter. She was trafficked by a well known celebrity. Nobody believes me. Nobody believed from day one. I have said this to the detectives. Nobody believed me. And if they did believe me, they covered it up. They did. This celebrity had came into town in 2021. He came into town. My daughter told me my daughter told me this before she was unalived. He was coming into town that day. I don't know if he went to a club or something, but I know everybody came. And I be trying to, go back and recall these things, but now it's kind of a blur. Um, but he came into town. So crazy. And a lot of people had came to this location. I think it was a club. I remember her telling me it was a club, and it could have been another location that they met up at, or somewhere. My daughter told me that he was coming to, and it was about money. He was collecting some money or something. But it was so many people that was involved in this around the city that came to this party with him or to this. I don't know what he came into town. He came into town and see these celebrities have a lot going on that y'all don't know about. They real busy. They are. in organized crimes that y'all would not even believe. And me talking about this and telling people this is unbelievable. Y'all would never, y'all, this shit was real and it really happened. It, if I'm not mistaken, I really want to say something, but I don't know. Um, if I remember correctly, I talked to Cassie. My daughter was trafficked by, now all of this stuff is coming out. I can't remember if it was P. Diddy or if it was another celebrity. I can't remember. I can't remember who the celebrity was that my daughter told me. I gave all this information to the police when it was happening, but they took my information. I never got it back. I never got copies of it. I never got updates of it. I left my house because I was scared because the people who trafficked my daughter had a hit on me. Just like they put a hit on my daughter. They had a hit on her and they took her out very gruesomely and brutally. They put a hit on me and I was so scared that I left home and I left like a month. I didn't come back until I had to, and I ran out of money for Airbnbs and hotels. I was sleeping in my car. I had nowhere to go. I was scared. I was so scared. Um, just trying to remember what my daughter told me, and she was telling me this when she was about to die. Like she was just spilling it all. She knew she was gonna die, so she was just telling me everything. And just imagine my mind trying to just write all this stuff down, trying to just just trying to just take in all of this stuff that she was telling me. And it was as she was dying. So it's not like I had time to like remember a lot. I wrote a lot of it down and I gave it to the police. Um, but they told me that basically I was crazy. They wasted so much time telling me to just wait it out. She's an adult. She was only 19. She just turned 19 the month that she, well, they say that she died the end of May, between like May 27th and June. So, because I had lost contact with her because they hid her phone. So even during this time, he was making it like he was her. He would send me text messages and stuff and make it like he was her, even though he had already unalived her. I'm really thinking my mind playing tricks on me because I called the police the night that my daughter was unalived. I called the police. Um, they told me it was hearsay. They said if I wasn't there, how do I know that she's deceased? I said I heard her get killed over the phone. My daughter was on the phone with me. She had called me. I was the last person my daughter talked to. She called me as she was being unalived. She was so scared. And if anybody know my daughter, they know she ain't scared of nothing. She was never scared of anything when she was a kid. She wasn't scared of the dark. She go to sleep as soon as I tell her to go to bed. Snoring. It was no, it's dark in here. I don't want to go to bed. There's monsters under the bed. There's monsters in the closet. It was none of that. She went straight to bed. She was never scared of anything. She was a fighter. She wasn't scared of nobody. And she was scared. Even right then, I just had a flashback. Even right then. Like, people don't even know the flashbacks. I could be looking perfectly normal. I could be in the store, handling business, whatever. And the flashes just come all the time. And I just have to act like a regular person. Nobody will ever know that I'm having flashes all day. So much to say. Um, I don't even know where to really start. Really, I it's so much. I don't even know where to start. My daughter was trafficked. I got on the news and I told the police this in 2022. Nobody did anything about it. I called the police while they were unaliving my daughter. I said one dude just shot her. I said they just shot my daughter. The police said, well, you heard that over the phone. That don't mean nothing. That's hearsay. You wasn't there. If you wasn't there, you don't know if she's dead or alive. I mean, they could have. And I even psyched myself out like, yeah, okay, maybe, maybe they just, the gun just went off and maybe they just playing around with this fucking gun that she had. I want to talk, but I kind of don't even want to talk right now. I'm just having so much anxiety right now. It's so much to say that it's overwhelming and I can't even talk because I'm so disappointed and so, I, I, I felt so helpless and I still do. And it's like nobody cared, nobody hear me, nobody listen. My daughter was as trafficked. Nobody believed me. Now all this stuff is coming out about trafficking. Y'all do not know how big this is. If y'all think it's just P. Diddy, it's bigger. He's involved in a ring. Yes, it's not just Cassie. Why would she have a whole suit about sex, about trafficking, about trafficking? Not about him just beating on her and stuff, but trafficking. These celebrities are trafficking. Nobody believed me. What Cassie did is just the tip of this iceberg. Y'all don't even, this ain't even the half, this ain't even a, This is just 1% of how big this is finna go down. It's big. It's all over the United States. Y'all have no idea. Y'all don't, y'all do not know what has been happening. Nobody talk about sex trafficking until now. Hmm? Real interesting. And if it wasn't for Cassie, it wouldn't even been spoken. No, no, it would have been unspoken, unheard of. When my daughter was trafficked, I ain't know nothing about sex trafficking. I had a feeling that something like this was going on because of what she was doing and what was happening to her. Um, I have so much to say. I got so much to say, but I felt like nobody has listened to me all this time that I feel like nobody's gonna listen. Like I feel like y'all just don't know how I feel in my soul. Like I've been dismissed by the detectives. I've been dismissed by the FBI. Nobody has looked into this. Nobody subpoenaed any of my phone records. Nobody that was involved in this. Nobody. I don't got no reason to lie, man. All I want is for Dr. Phil. I want to go on the Dr. Phil show. I want a lie detector test. I want somebody to give me a polygraph test and see if I'm lying. Not even lying, just see if I'm telling the truth. People call me that was trafficking my daughter. They called me. They said nobody will ever find out. This is what this man said. He said nobody's ever going to believe me. He said that they can't be tracked. I have I have these calls in my call log from these people. But I gave the detectives my call log and said, "Can y'all please subpoena my outgoing calls and my incoming calls? Because I can only get my outgoing calls, but the incoming calls it doesn't show on my phone records from back then. In my phone company only lets you go back 3 months. They didn't subpoena my daughter's phone records. They didn't subpoena the dude that took the fall for it, for these traffickers. For it's got to be one person to take the fall for them. They ain't finna bring that whole organization down. They didn't subpoena his phone records. They didn't subpoena my phone records. And then when I gave them these numbers of these people that called me and stuff, they was like, "Well, we just can't just go breaching these people privacy, and we can't just get warrants for these people and no calls and stuff, and we just have to, we just can't violate like these people privacy." And I said, "Well, y'all can subpoena my phone records. Just subpoena my phone records because it doesn't show my outgoing calls. I mean, my incoming calls." You could see who called me, who these people were, and there's so much time that went by and shit. This happened in 2021. It's 3 years that went by. Today is May 31st. This is the day that they say that the guy said that he killed her, May 31st. So these days come up, and I don't even, it's like subconsciously I be affected. I don't even be trying to be affected, but when these dates come up and stuff, like, my soul reacts to it. Like, I don't, when I'm feeling effed up that day, it's for a reason. It's because subconsciously my soul knows this is the day that they found her in the woods, or this is the day that they said that he unalived her. Today is May 31st. This is what I put on her gravestone, because this is the day that they said that the guy told them that he unalived her was May 31st. But that's not true. Y'all just don't know, man. They they kept my daughter alive after she was already shot, after she was stabbed. She didn't even die right then. My daughter was such a freaking G. Y'all just don't even know. My daughter was a G. I'm telling you, she was the um when they finally did catch up with her and they executed her, it was a group of them. It was not just him. It was a group of them, because I heard it. My daughter called me on the phone when this was happening. She knew she was gonna die. Who you gonna call? Your mama. So I gave the detectives and the police certain information nobody else have, because I'm the mama. I talked to her. I know what was happening. Did they consider me? Consider anything I said? Nope. It's like, you're the mother, you're grieving. Just leave it alone. I told them before my daughter even was unalive. I told them she's being trafficked from Biloxi. I even called Biloxi police. I'm like, my daughter is being trafficked there. I mean, is it any way you guys can get police on the street or something? I didn't know what to do. Like, you don't know what to do, bro. I could give you so many details. My daughter said, answer the phone, mama. I'm coming from Biloxi. Whatever you do, mama, just answer this phone. I'm finna call you back in like 30 minutes. Answer the phone, mama. Answer the phone. Please answer the phone. I don't even know the amount of minutes. I recorded a lot of this stuff on my voice recorder from back then, 2021, 2022. So I have to go back and listen to my voice recorder to see exactly the timing, you know. But she said, Mom, whatever you do, answer the phone. I'm gonna call you. Answer the phone, Mama. She said, they bringing us from Biloxi. It was other girls with her. It's other girls that got killed with her. She told me this. She said they killed all the other girls, Mama. She said it was just me and another girl left. Then she said they came and got her. And he didn't know she had another phone, because me and her got another phone together. She said they was tracking her on her phone. And he actually had her phone. Even after he unalived her, he was texting people like it was her. Um, Saying strange, odd things to her friends, and they knew it wasn't her. I was like, Pretty would never say nothing like that. And then, nobody understood what was going on. But the whole time he had her phone. And she told me that. And she said, Mama, he got my phone, and I got to get another phone. I took it to Metro PCS. I got her another phone. Um, she said they was tracking the phone that they had, her other phone. They was even tracking my phone. I had to get another phone. I got another phone July 3rd. July 3rd or June 3rd or July 3rd. I don't know. I gotta look back at my notes and stuff. But Y'all just don't know how I tried to save my daughter, man. Pick, Picking her up from place to place to place, and they still find her. I'm like, how are you back there? How are you? Why are you back with him? Why are you back with them? I didn't know that they was tracking her like that at first. I didn't know that. I'm just thinking she just returning back to an abusive relationship. I didn't know that he was her handler. He was her trafficker. That was not her boyfriend. That was just a facade to make not draw suspicion to what was going on, what she was actually doing. He was her handler. She told me this. Give me a polygraph test. I'll take it. I really want to. Um, so much evidence is lost. I gave the FBI um, cell phones, iPhones, iPads, laptops. Some of the stuff I haven't even gotten back. But the other devices that I gave my iPhone and an iPad. They said that they would dump the evidence that I had on it. They said they would dump it off. An entire year later, they dumped nothing off of it. And when I got on the news and told them that my daughter was being trafficked, Deputy Derek Hearn got on the news and said there's no evidence of trafficking. And he didn't even look into it. And I gave them iPads, tablets, iPhones of witnesses, people, the groomers who were actually grooming these girls. It's a girl that actually groomed my daughter. And she admitted to it. I got hours of voice recordings of her admitting to it. Saying she killed my daughter. She was the last person with her, this and that. They never dumped nothing off my phone. So I got my shit back. I just got my shit back in November. And I told them, if y'all not going to dump my shit off my shit, get my stuff back. Then a few weeks ago, I called the FBI agents back that I got my iPads back from. And I said, why didn't y'all never dump my stuff off there? Why it take y'all a year? It was like, oh, we just got caught up with another case. And we just got caught up with other things. We just hit snags. And then he said, well, you can give it back to us and I'll have it back to you in a week. That's what they told me the first time. It'll be a week. Now he's saying that he'll have it back to me in a week. Because I told him I'm going to go to social media. I said, because they was not returning my phone calls. I said, if you don't return my phone calls, I'm going to go to social media with it. The next day, he called me. And I asked them, why didn't y'all dump my shit off my iPad, the evidence and stuff? They said they just hit snags and it was an excuse. Then he turned around and said, well, I can have it back to you in a week. If you give it to us now, we can have it back in a week. Well, if it's that quick, why the fuck did it take so long before? What is it to get a hard drive and put it on another drive? How hard is that to do? And upload all of the voice memos to another drive? Hmm. Nah, they didn't do nothing. Then this motherfucking bitch ass nigga get on TV and say it ain't no evidence when I gave y'all all the evidence and they didn't even look at it. So how it ain't no evidence? Then I called and asked for that particular person, Deputy Derek Hearn, a few weeks ago, and they said he doesn't work there anymore. They said that he left 2 years ago. I'm like, well, In 2022 is when I got on the news and said that my daughter was being trafficked, and he get up right behind me and said there was no evidence, so he must have left right after that. Real interesting, real convenient, just real. It's so much I want to say. I really need somebody to interview me. I really need somebody to ask me questions. Because trying to express all of this in my mind right now is a lot. It's a lot to unpack. I've been on here 30 minutes already, and I haven't even just said too much. It's so much to unpack, and so much to talk about, and so much to just tell y'all. Like, so many. My daughter was trafficked. Nobody believed me. And then the devices that I did give them, I gave them a whole laptop. I never got it back. When I called back to see, when they were going to give my stuff back to me, they said, oh, that person changed departments. He's not working anymore. You're going to have to contact somebody else. They gave me another number. Call that person. They gave me another number and said that they wasn't in or something. It was going to be 2 weeks. They were going to be gone for 2 weeks or something. I'm telling y'all, I'm not lying. This is what they said to me. They will run you around so much that it's you can't track nothing. They'll run you around that you can't track them. I'm telling y'all, I ain't lying. I don't got no reason to lie. I don't need no attention. I don't want this attention. I'm paranoid every day. I'm scared. I had a hit out on me. They put a hit on me. They never even took it off this man's social media page. This man put a hit on me. The detectives never took it off. I can't even really say too much on that because they never took it off. So I can't. The hit is still out. And I want to say specifically what it is, but I can't because then they'll know where I am and stuff. Because it's I can't even say it. I can't even give the details of that because I'm not protected. The FBI is supposed to protect you. I called the FBI and MBI. It's crazy. Y'all would never believe this shit. That you can get no help. Y'all wouldn't. These girls can't get no help. These girls are doomed. They're doomed, and it's the truth. It's so much I want to talk about. I'm gonna do a little podcast. I'm gonna try to find some people to do a podcast with or something, and on a platform or something to talk about it, because it's the truth and it's happening, and nobody's saying anything about it. Why? Sex trafficking is bigger than drug trafficking. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, and it's very organized. Very, very organized. It's hard to track these people. They have burner phones. They're doing a lot of this stuff online. Stuff can't be tracked. And unless you got a subpoena, social media not gonna give you no information. I asked the detectives to subpoena my daughter's social media, subpoena her Google Maps, her location. They didn't subpoena. They said, well, we just can't violate people's rights and just be subpoenaing people's phone records and stuff. I said, but my daughter's dead. I'm giving you permission to subpoena her records. Subpoena my records, hell. You will see the timeline. You will see who called me. You will see the links between me, her, him, and all these other people that trafficked her. Subpoena his records. It's you have every right to, because he confessed to unaliving her. So you're not violating his rights. Subpoena the motherfucking records. Like, he confessed to killing her, so that's reason enough to subpoena records. They was like, well, we gotta have reason to subpoena the records. We just can't just go violating people's rights. You have a reason to subpoena his records. His phone records was not subpoenaed. They would have had the call logs of all these people he was in contact with, GPS locations. None of this was subpoenaed, so it's crazy. I'm tired. I'm tired. I cry every day. Some days all day. No lie. Some days all day and all night. If it's not all day, it's all night. If it's not all night, it's all day. Sometimes it's all day and all night. I just cry. Just cry, cry, cry. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm stressed out, overwhelmed, scared, paranoid, trying to keep this from fading away, because I just want to be okay. I just want to fucking heal. I don't want to have to research this shit all day. I don't want to have to go looking through phone records, through profiles, through people on her page, trying to search for these other people that killed my daughter. Like, I'm tired. I just want to live, but I can't. I can't let my daughter go out like this. And all of these other girls that was trafficked. I can't. I can't do it. Nope, I can't do it. I cry every day. I've never cried so much in my life. I cry every single day. When I'm driving in the car, at the store, sporadic crying. Sometimes it just comes in waves. Sometimes it's little waves. Sometimes it be big waves. Sometimes it just be like, I'm finna go. I get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be in this motherfucker no more. I don't wish this on nobody, bro. And nobody believes me. When I got on the news and said my daughter was trafficked, and Deputy Hearn just dismissed it, it made me vulnerable. They hit my face. They didn't blot my face out. They didn't blur my face. They had my name on it. They were so careless with handling this. Like, this shit wasn't real. Like, they put me in danger. I was so scared. I didn't have nowhere to go. I was so scared. I was even more scared then. Y'all just don't know the amount of fear that they put in me, the amount of fright is soul wrenching. Like to be so scared that your stomach fall to your ass, that your stomach just sinking, just you scared, bro. I was trying to be so brave when I heard my daughter get shot over the phone. He said, "Yeah, we gonna kill you too, bitch." I was like, "No, you not. I'm going to the police." I tried to be so brave and strong saying that shit. I was scared as fuck. When you get your phone records from your phone company, it doesn't show 911 calls. You have to get those subpoenaed. So when I asked the police, I said, "Well, where are my records, from, can y'all subpoena 911 calls?" I said, "I heard my daughter get killed over the phone." They tried to turn around on me and say, "Well, you heard her get killed and you didn't call the police." I said, "That's what I'm telling you, motherfucker. I did. So where is the subpoena? Where is the phone records? Because on my call logs, it doesn't show that. The Even if you look it up by law, it's like a code, section something 0013, some section, a code where you cannot get 911 calls unless they're subpoenaed. If I don't have the power to subpoena the records, why the fuck didn't they? Why didn't they do it, bro? Fucking hate, bro. The justice system is bullshit. There are politicians involved, judges involved in this, lawyers involved in this, prosecutors, everybody involved. People all around the city. You wouldn't even think. Secretaries, people in your church, your neighbors, your landlord. You don't even know who you are around. All these people evil, man. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have y'all have no clue what's happening out here. No clue. This man told me he was coming from California to kill my daughter. He said he didn't want to do it. He said, "I've talked to your daughter. I really like her. I don't want to do this." He said, "I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more." This man told me this. Now I got to be in danger to say this shit online because ain't nothing been done about it. And I gotta still live and go around the motherfucking city. This guy called me from California. He said I'm here to get rid of your daughter. He told me what his name was. Well, is what his fictitious name was. He told me the make and model of the car that they was taking my daughter in. I They kept switching my daughters in vehicles. I even told the 911 dispatcher what kind of truck she was in. She was in a truck at this point in time when they had the gun on her. I want my 911 calls. I can't get them because I don't have a subpoena. I have to get a subpoena to get them. And I'm going to upload a lot of the voice memos that I have when I called the police back in 2022. When I was calling detectives trying to catch up on the case, and I called the medical examiners and stuff. And a lot of the voice memos of the detectives just giving me the whole complete runaround. Just shooting, just shooting complete smoke up my ass. Y'all will not believe it. I'm gonna play this shit for y'all pause it, explain, pause it, explain. And mind you, I have extreme anxiety. I have extreme PTSD from this and severe anxiety from this. And at the time when I was recording these things, when it was fresh, it just happened, I had so much anxiety. I was not myself, and I was still trying to make calls every day. Still running around the city, trying to get answers, trying to get help, trying to follow the breadcrumbs, trying to follow clues, trying to put the pieces together in this puzzle. I told them car models. I gave them people names, descriptions, everything. Nothing was done about it. Where is the information I even gave them? Where's the police reports? Where's the I made police reports. I called 911. Where's any of this stuff? Then they said they changed the new 911 system. They changed their computer system. They changed their system. So y'all mean y'all don't have any calls from before 2021? Y'all don't have calls from 2019, 2018. Y'all don't have no calls. Y'all just changed y'all system. What the fuck does that mean? Cause y'all supposed to legally have all of that shit. Y'all, I got shit to talk about, bro. I got shit to say. And I ain't been heard all this time, and I just been silent. I've been trying to heal. On top of making calls every day, calling the DA, calling prosecutors, calling advocates from the district attorney's office. Nobody returns my calls. They never return my calls. Never. And if they do return my calls, they return my calls to tell me that they're going to return my calls. Well, I'm going to call you. I'm going to get this information for you, and I'm going to call you back. Never call me back. Never. I'm going to start dropping names. I'm going to start doing that shit. I don't give a fuck. Because as long as I'm silent, nothing's going to fucking happen. Nobody's going to be held responsible for this shit. I got a whole story of how my daughter got murdered. I got a whole story on how my daughter was brutally murdered. Brutally. Brutally. I got so many questions that has been unanswered. My daughter was executed. They shot her in the head. They shot her body up. And I know that they shot her body up because I heard it over the phone. But when I actually saw her body, she was just bones. She was just a skeleton. So you can't see no bullet wounds or nothing. But because I heard it over the phone, I know she got bah, 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 bah. He said, shut up, bitch. Bah, 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 bah. But when I looked at her skull, she was a skeleton. So when I looked at her skull, it was a bullet hole dead in the center. Imagine somebody putting a gun up to your forehead. Imagine how scared you would be, bro. They executed my daughter. I was on the phone with this boy. Pretty said, Mama, please talk to them. Please, please talk to him. Mama, please talk to him. She gave the phone. She gave me the phone. She gave the boy the phone to talk to me. I begged this man. I pleaded with this man not to kill my daughter. He said, yeah, but Pretty's a nice girl and everything. And I really like Pretty and everything, but they want me to do it. I said, you don't have to do what they want you to do. He said, they're not playing with her. They're not playing with these girls. Like, they want me to do it. And I said, you don't have to do that. You're not a man if you, I'm swear to God. I said, you're not a man if you do this. You don't have to do what they tell you to do. You don't have to do it. He said, yes, I do. I said, I'll just come get her. Just let me just come get her. Just let her go. I'll just come get her. I'll just take her off your hands. I'll come get her. I heard the other dude stabbing her when she gave him the phone to talk to me. I heard him stabbing her. You just like in the movies, it sounded like shh, 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 going through flesh. And then I heard her get quiet. And it sounded like she was like gurgling blood. And then he said, come over here and shoot this bitch. He said, come over here and finish this bitch. I'm saying, no, no, don't do it. And I hear my daughter in the background saying, y'all done stabbed me. Y'all gonna shoot me too? And she said, y'all niggas ain't shit. Fuck you motherfuckers. Y'all ain't shit. Fuck you. Da 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 da. She just talking mad shit. And he said, shut up, bitch. Pow, 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 pow. And then I heard a like you know how somebody hit the ground and it was like the last breath. It was like That's what I heard. I called the police and told them. They said that it's hearsay. If I heard over the phone and I wasn't there, they said, well, were you there? They was actually like, I can't even put it into words. They was actually like reprimanding me or something, or like, well, if you didn't hear it, then it didn't happen. Then you can't. I said, well, she's not. She hasn't called me back. They said, well, she don't have to call you. She's 19 years old. She's an adult. She don't have to call you. I said, well, I heard it. They was like, but that's hearsay. You didn't hear it. Whatever you heard. That could have been anything. My daughter was executed, execution style. She was shot execution style. Shot her in the head. She was burned up. When I saw her skull, it was her front of her skull was burnt. The front of her face was burnt up. So I guess they laid her on the back, struck a match, or put her in. I know they put her in barrels, and I know that, and that's another story. Like I said, it's so many scenes to this story. It's so much, but they put her in a burning barrel. You know how, like in the South, they burn leaves and sticks in these metal barrels. That's what they burn her in. I know that because I'm the mother. I know that. Because when the dudes came to my house and asked me, is this where Pretty live? I answered it. I said, no, it's not. And some just told me to wait by the window. Just listen to him by the window because he walked in front of my window of my house. After I closed the door, he walked to the front window and got on the phone. And some just said, just stand there and just listen to him. Just peek out the window and listen to him. He called somebody and said, I can't fit her into the barrels. He said, she won't fit into the barrels. I thought that was rather odd. Called the police and told them that too. Okay. So when all this stuff came out later on, because I wasn't able to see her body until 72 days later because she was a skeleton. So she had to go through a bone specialist to be examined, not just a regular medical examiner. And so they burned her up. They mutilated her. She was in little bitty bones. She was scattered all throughout the woods. The medical examiner said that I think they took 2 days to find her. They went out the first night, and then they went out the next day to find the rest of her bones. They had scattered her throughout the woods. Don't no animal do that. Not like that. I just don't believe it. They mutilated her. She was all chopped up. When I saw her, she was in like a cardboard box, like for a baby, like for an infant, for like the baby, like a little baby casket, like a little baby box, like a brown box, about this big, about that big, enough for a skull to fit in, about that big, and about yay wide this way. And she was in the skull was on one side, then she was in 6 paper bags, like little lunch bags that you take to school, like those little brown paper bags. She was in paper bags on the other side of the box. Where the rest of her? Hmm? Where are your long bones, your femurs, your rear bone? Where are all the rest of her bones at? And the medical examiner told me they found the majority of her. When I talked to her, I recorded all of this, so I'm going to actually load up the recordings too. Or when I'm going live next time, I'll just play it on my other phone. But the medical examiner said that they found the majority of it. They found most of her. So why was she only in a little bitty box and it was only 6 little paper bags with no big bones, no long bones? And I recorded that too. So they mutilated her, executed her, burned her up, mutilated her, and they left her in the woods. Who you know that they had all of that done to them? You may hear one of those things happening, which that's rare. You rarely know somebody that's been burned up. You rarely know somebody that's been executed. You rarely know somebody that's been mutilated and chopped up. And you rarely know somebody that's been scattered in the woods. I have to live every parent's worst nightmare. Like, just one of those is your worst nightmare, but all that shit that happened to my daughter, why? Why she deserved it, bro? Like, overkill, bro. I couldn't even have an open casket. I had to have a closed casket. She was a skeleton. She didn't have eyes. She didn't have a nose. She didn't have no skin on her body. She was a white skeleton. Like you see in science class, she was a white skeleton. No hair, no ears, just a hole. You know where your hole is in your ear, in your skull right here. It was just a hole. It was no ears, just a white skeleton. And her head was off. She was decapitated. She just was. The skull was in the right side of the box. Just her skull was right there, and the rest of her bones was in paper bags. She just a fucking skull. Just a fucking skull, bro. And I could tell my baby's shape of her face. I could tell her bone structure. Then she had braces on her teeth, and some of her teeth was knocked out, and the braces were knocked off and stuff. Bro. I know my baby's mouth and her face. It was her bone structure. And I just seeing that shit, bro. And you don't think I'm gonna have flashbacks? You don't you don't think I'm gonna break down at work? Hmm? You don't think I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown in the store, at the stoplight, anywhere, at home, in I ain't got no support system. And that's a whole nother story, bro. How my family didn't support me. Y'all just don't know. Not one of my family members supported me. Not one. And the support that they call themselves giving was fake. Fake. Them other stories. I ain't got no reason to lie on nobody. You shouldn't have did what you did, because I'm the truth teller. If you didn't want it to be told, you shouldn't have fucking did it. I ain't got no reason to lie. I'll take a polygraph test. I want to go on Dr. Phil, actually. I want to go on Dr. Phil. See if I'm telling the truth. My daughter was trafficked. I don't got no reason to lie about that. I ain't know shit about trafficking until my daughter final days, and she got a hold to a phone to call me, and she said she owed him money. I said, pretty, I think you're being trafficked. I don't. You shouldn't have to owe him no money for nothing. That's just weird. I said, I think you being trafficked. She said, Mama, you think I'm being trafficked? I said, yes, pretty. And that's when I started looking into it. I got online right away and just tried to look it up and do research. I didn't know shit about sex trafficking. I had a, inkling of, thought about sex trafficking, what it was, but I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know how it operated. And I told my daughter, I sent her a message maybe like a few months before this happened. I said, I think you're going to, I said, I got a real bad feeling, pretty, a bad feeling. I said, I, I feel like you're going to either get killed, you're going to be trafficked, or you're going to get pregnant with a baby, or something that's going to happen real, real bad, boo. I got a screenshot of what I sent her, the message that I sent her. And every day I just hit this sinking feeling in my stomach every single day, every day. And I would tell my mama, something that happened, mama. I feel something real, real bad finna happen, real, real bad. Something that happened, mama. Nobody believed me. Even my family was involved in trafficking her. One of my family members, I'm not gonna say all, but one of my family members was involved in trafficking my daughter. Her father was actually involved in trafficking her. He actually was a trafficker. He actually is a trafficker. Her father is a trafficker. But y'all don't believe this shit is real. Y'all don't believe these people exist. Y'all don't believe this. Y'all don't know. Anybody can be a trafficker. Why I gotta lie? Why don't nobody believe me? Hmm? Why nobody believe me, bro? That's impossible for her father to traffic her. You don't fucking know him. Y'all don't fucking know what these people is into. These people that been sold out for money and shit and sacrificing their children. She didn't have no organs. I believe they organ trafficked her too. This dude did not do this by himself. First of all, I heard it over the phone. So it was multiple people around because I heard it. But the detective said, well, he just confessed to it and he said he acted alone. I don't give a fuck what he said. He's not gonna. It's like drug trafficking. You're not gonna snitch on the drug lord. You're not gonna snitch on him. He's not gonna fucking. Do you know these people are organized? They will kill your children and kill your family. And this man told me this. He sure did. His baby mama even called me and told me. She said she was scared for her daughter. She said she couldn't say anything because she said she knew all about it. She knew what it was. She knew what was going on. He told her. She said she was scared for her child. Mm. Nobody's gonna believe me. Nobody believes me. And that's just what the dude said that came from California to kill my daughter. He said nobody's gonna believe you. He said we ain't gonna leave no traces. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. And they didn't. She didn't have no organs. You know how much organs go for? It's very lucrative. Organ trafficking. She didn't have no organs. How did this happen? And he burned her up. We know. Now they may be skeptical about, the animals eat her up or anything. But we know he burned her up. How did he do all this by himself? Because he didn't. Nobody believes me. But y'all believe the word of a killer. Because he said he acted wrong. And then this Well, that's all we're looking at, Miss, and we're just gonna go with that. He turned himself in, and we're just gonna just go with that, and we're not looking into anything else. You know, he's gonna be convicted for your daughter's um murder, and then that's it. We're not doing any more investigation. This is what he told me. This is what the detectives told me. He confessed to your daughter's murder. I had to find the dude for them because weeks had gone by, and they told me just wait it out. They actually told me to wait 2 weeks. What they told me? They said wait 2 weeks. Then nothing was happening, so I said I'm gonna put it on the news myself. And then when it first happened, when she first got unalived, weeks before they found her, I told them to put it on the news. They said they don't have enough information to put it on the news. They said we just don't just go putting stuff on the news. We don't have enough information. Because actually, I didn't know the boy's name. I just knew his name was Jay. Jay could be Jeremy, Josh, John, Joseph. That's why it's important to get your children's information from these people that they with, hanging out with, tag numbers, card numbers, social media accounts, people, and then your children, they don't want you to be on their social media pages and stuff, and they think you're being nosy. I don't give a fuck. I don't give. They can call you mean. They can be, you strict, you too stern. It doesn't. I just got so much to say, man. I tried to rescue my daughter. He would find her every time I went and picked her up from somewhere. He would find her because they had tracking on her phone, and those free phones that they sell on at those tents on the curbs outside. They have these tents set up where they're giving away these free phones. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but the ones that my daughter, they were involved in this, and the girl that groomed my daughter and that trafficked my daughter, that lured my daughter, she was selling those phones. Her and a friend of hers were they were selling these phones. They were giving, not selling them, but they were giving away these phones. They have tracking devices on them. That's how they were tracking these girls. I told my daughter, I said, well, whatever you do, don't get that phone. Don't get that phone from her. I'm gonna start dropping names. This is scary. It's very scary, and I know I'm protected, but especially when you give it information to the FBI and they haven't done nothing with it. It's scary to be out here by yourself and knowing these people is could be pumping gas next to you. These are ring of these people. They are very tight and organized. You would not know where these people are, bro. Nobody believe me. Nobody believes me, man. Trafficking is real. Very, 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 very real. If it's bigger than drug trafficking, then why is no one saying anything about it? That's weird to me. It's like the only thing that they can skate under the radar with and to keep it going, and nobody asks questions about it. I don't gotta lie. It don't do me nothing to lie. I'm too real to lie. I'm too real to make up shit on my daughter. I'm not an attention whore. I don't even like attention. People rarely see me. I'm in and out. I don't hang around. I don't stick around. I don't have friends. I don't fuck around. I don't like people. I have a light and an energy that is very attractive, and I try to get the fuck on down because I don't need no fucking serpents in my circle. I don't even have a fucking circle. My circle is tight, tighter than the butthole. My circle is very, very exclusive. I don't fuck with people, and I don't like people fucking with me. And it also is a scary existence because I can't trust nobody no more. I can't trust anybody. What I know now, the shit that I know, how many people are around town that is involved in this shit, I can't trust nobody. I'm actually being gang stalked. If you really want to just, I don't know if you guys know what gang stalking is, but it's when people are watching you all around town. The mayor has people watching me all around town. They follow me. It's a community of these motherfuckers. You don't. This shit has been around for a long time. You think nobody's involved? You think nobody's doing anything? Nothing is organized. That's why it's so organized. Because that's why it's so. That's why it's so tightly shut. Because it's that. It's that organized. It's that contrived. And it's so many people around town. And when I started figuring this shit out, I would go to this place, go to that place, almost like I'm being blacklisted, like my name is on a blacklist or something. And anytime I ask any questions, they don't have no answers, or they can't tell me, oh, your name is this. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we don't know, we're not telling you, no, we can't. You got to go do this and you got to go do that. Oh, you can't do it at all. It's just always something. It's once you start waking shit up and start asking questions, start doing your own research, I would have never known this shit was real. I would have, until this happened to my daughter, this was not on my mind. I was into prison reform because my brother was in prison for 15 years. I was into prison reform, um, minimum wage reform, shit like that. Like, other stuff. Just I was not into trafficking. I This was not on my roster to talk about and to be an advocate for it. I just didn't know about it. Just like everybody else. Nobody know nothing about trafficking. It's so y'all just don't know. This is a real thing and nobody talking about it. I'm just grateful for Cassie. And I'm getting the strength to talk about it, but I even know shit about that. It was a famous person that was involved in trafficking my daughter. And if y'all don't think these famous people are involved in this shit, y'all are fucking delusional. It's famous people that is involved in this shit, and your local people that's involved in this shit. It's a baby. It, it's like a house that gotta be brought down. It is like a tower that gotta be brought down. This is real. Trafficking is real. Trafficking is real. It's happening all around you. Y'all gotta, y'all better start finding out what these pauper graves are about and who's buried in these pauper graves. It's people missing all around this world. Nobody know where they at. They will hide your ass in the woods and nobody will ever find you. Because they go by fictitious names, you'll never know how to catch up with them. You'll They'll never be tracked. The dude told me, you'll never find me. They said nobody will ever believe you. We can't be tracked. We're not gonna be tracked. It's just, this man told me this. He was so bold about telling me this because that's how confident he was about them being organized and not being able to be tracked. This man was confident in telling me this shit. Yeah, sure was. I told these people his fictitious name. And when I tell y'all what the name is, yeah, it's going to blow you a little bit. It's going to blow you. This man told me his name was Nazareth. He said, I'm coming from California. He said, this is what he does. This is his job. He is a hitman. And he said his name is Nazareth. Yes, he did. Nazareth. I gave the detectives this man's telephone number. They never subpoenaed. We can't just go subpoenaing people records. It's a violation of their constitutional rights. We can't violate their rights. So if a witness is telling you that people are involved, you this is how I know the system is involved. Why? If not, then how is trafficking getting how is trafficking being able to be under the radar for so long? If they're not involved, if this is not an organized city, even city officials, if the mayor know what's going around in his fucking town. If this is, I don't got no reason to lie, and I may be a little flustered or whatever. Just because this is my first time really talking about this on live, and I'm scared, which I know I'm protected, but it's also this is a very dangerous thing. It's a dangerous organization, and it is very organized. And I don't want to come up missing because ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Like they didn't do nothing about my daughter. And I don't got family and friend support that's gonna do the research that I'm doing with my daughter. That's gonna do this. Ain't nobody gonna do this shit for me. So yeah, it's scary. And I'm brave in the motherfucker though. I'm brave and I'm strong as fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody saying. You smoking cigarettes. You chain smoking cigarettes. You ain't start smoking those. So I know cigarettes is bad for me. And what? And. Let me see you do it without anything. Let me see you do it. Since you know so well. Since you've been in my shoes. That's why I hate people trying to judge people on shit. I really hate that shit, man. Well, you should just you just gonna learn how to you just need to just learn how to get over it. Well, it's already done. You just need to get over it. And it's done now. You can't bring it back. Yeah. It's like are you are you retarded or something? Is you slow or stupid or just incompassionate and just ugh. That's why I can't stand people. You don't need to be drinking. I drink club tail. One club tail a day. One club tail. Not like I'm drinking a keg. I used to work with this lady, and she used to drink a keg of Bud Lights or Budweiser, whatever it was. I think it was like Bud Lights. Every day after work, as soon as she get off work, she or whatever, she pop open a can of Budweiser and she drink it she drink a case every day. She didn't have kids. She was married, but she said she didn't have no kids. So And she ain't had none of this shit to worry about. And she just drinking a keg a day. So I ain't doing that fucking bad. I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. For what I done been through, I think I'm doing pretty good. To know what I know and to have to hold that shit in and to be scared to say it and tell it, I think I'm doing pretty good. To be scared shitless, I think I'm doing pretty good. You still crying? You still crying about that shit? It's been 3 years. This month made 3 years. Oh my God. It seemed like yesterday. I'm trying to be so strong. Cause I don't want to be online. I don't want to get online. Every time I get online, I'm crying. Cause that's how it is on Facebook. I'm crying every time I get online. I'm crying. It's like if y'all really my friends, then y'all always want to just see something good all the time. And she's, oh, look at her, she's doing so good. She's over it. Look like she's healed. She, no, bitch, that's not how it works. That's not reality. That's not real life. It don't work like that. You may want to see that happening good for me. Thank you, but that's not it. It's not it, and you will never understand. Some of you are so blessed. You will never have to go through it. Lucky you. Anytime you want to trade, let me know. You need to be grateful that you don't have to experience anything like this in your lifetime. Because this shit is hell. It's torture. It's pure hell. Yeah. I'm in fire and brimstone every day. I'm in the lake. I'm in torment every day. There's nothing I can do about it. And they teach you in church, you got to die to go to hell. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's I'm being scorched every day. Being scorched every day. Now I understand what Lazarus said, deliver me from this hell. He said, cried out to God, deliver me from this hell. Deliver me from this hell. Deliver me from this hell. But you can't. Then if you give up, people say, well, she committed suicide. You know, but and I can't do that. Even though I have those thoughts. Trust me, I have those thoughts and homicidal thoughts. I think about killing motherfuckers every day. I think about killing these people who did this to my daughter. I have homicidal thoughts. I ain't gonna lie. I have homicidal thoughts every day. Myself, not so much. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Because I just want to be delivered from this hell. I got so much to say about this, about my daughter, about the dreams that I have, the premonitions that I have. Um, the questions that I have for the DA and for my daughter's case, like just so many parts of the story that I haven't even mentioned tonight. It's so many bits and pieces of this story that y'all don't even know. I can't. It's already late, and I've been on here an hour and a half. It's already late. It's so much. I can't unwrap it in one sitting. I can't unwrap it all right now. But there's so much. Y'all have no idea. I'm just gonna do lives of with the voice recordings of conversations with the detectives and district attorneys and DA office and stuff, and the recordings of my family members and people. Let me tell you something. When my daughter was, I got so many fucking story time. I don't have no reason to lie. I got too much. I got so much. This shit is so. It's no reason to lie. It's just, it is what it is. This is my life. This real life. This shit is a movie. This shit is a real life movie in my life. I don't gotta make shit up. I don't gotta fabricate nothing. I don't have to fabricate nothing. I don't have to add nothing. I don't have to exaggerate nothing. This actually happened exactly the way I'm saying it happened. That's lame to make some shit up. Who does that? Who needs that much attention? Who even want to put that on their child to make some shit up on them? Like, who does that? My daughter was just that. And I'm going to carry the torch for her. Sure did, because when she was dying, she was giving me names of people, names of girls that was with her that was being trafficked, warehouses, 18-wheeler trucks, companies that was involved in this, that famous celebrity person that was trafficking her that came down here in 2021. I'm not gonna let my daughter die in vain and just be over here just grieving like, oh, I'm just gonna give up because they give me to run around at the district attorney's office and the detectives and I don't got no information. They ain't giving me nothing. Now the case is over and this is that I'm just gonna move on with my life. You got me fucked up. All the no you got yourself fucked up. You ain't got me fucked because I ain't fucked up, bitch. You got yourself fucked up. If you think that I'ma lay down and let my daughter name lay down like this, you got me. You got it fucked up all the way. Yeah. And it's finna come out. Y'all finna see. It's not just Cassie. If Cassie is talking about S trafficking, who you think she's talking about? Hmm? What what do Cassie know? Hmm? To make a claim of S trafficking, that means there are multiple children involved in this, multiple victims involved in this. It ain't just her. Yeah, we saw her get beat up by Puffy and made to do acts and stuff. But to make a claim of trafficking, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And the reason why because nobody know about it. Nobody knows anything about trafficking because it's nobody talks about it. But it's finna come out. Oh yeah, it's bigger than y'all ever imagined. It's bigger than any other fucking crime that's going on out here. Hmm. Watch y'all find out how many people finna go down with this shit. Y'all have no idea. My daughter was trafficked. She was trafficked by a celebrity. Hmm. Yeah, she was. Y'all seen a couple pictures of Epstein with a couple girls. Nah, a couple of girls are coming out with P. Diddy. You think that's all of them? Just the one or two that came out? Half of them dead. Hmm? My daughter was a part of that. My daughter was being trafficked by these people. Y'all celebrities, y'all favorite celebrities were trafficking my daughter. I don't gotta lie. It's real whether you believe it or not. It's happening. And some of y'all right in y'all backyard. But because nobody talks about it and your city mayor doesn't inform y'all about it, y'all are oblivious to shit. Y'all don't even know what the fuck going on right beside y'all. Because nobody talks about it. Y'all better find out who in them paupers' graves in y'all cities. There's a pauper's grave in everybody's city. You better find out who they are, who these people are that's unidentified. Mm, yeah, find out who they are. All these millions of people that's missing all over the world, where they at? Hmm? We just gonna be okay with them just being missing? No, they're in paupers' graves. They're in the woods. They're being. Y'all don't believe organ trafficking is real? This is something that y'all just see in the movies. Because it hasn't been talked about, nobody believes that it's even real. Like I'm just making this shit. I just want to just talk about sex trafficking. I could be doing anything else, which I would rather be doing, and rather be living my life to the fullest. But here I am bringing awareness to something that everybody's oblivious to. I could just be healing from her just being unalived. But because it's another aspect to what happened to my daughter, I can't let it go. I'm I'm not just gonna go with what the detectives tell me. Oh, your daughter's, we're sorry to hear it. Your daughter's this. We got them, and that's it. No, bitch. No, nigga, motherfucker, fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I hope you two don't strike me for saying nigga. Oh my God. No, bitch. You got you got it fucked up, bitch. You got it twisted, bitch. Yeah. I would love to say, oh, she just died and she just got, you know, unalived and they got the dude. I would love to just leave it at that and just go ahead and it would it would be a bit easier for me to heal and just just be okay with that. I can't be okay. I can't rest at night. I'm tossing and turning. I'm having dreams. I have I have I've never had as many nightmares as I have had since my daughter died. Dreams and nightmares every day, even even daymares. I can take a nap during the daytime. I'm having vivid. I mean, like I'm right there. I'm having vivid, weird, crazy premonition dreams. Well, I'm seeing shit happen. Actually, before my daughter died, the day or either 2 days, 1 or 2 days before my daughter died, I said, Pretty, I had a dream that you got shot in the head. She said, what? She said, Mom, you had a dream I got shot in the head? I said, yes, Pretty. I said, do not go back over there. I'm finna come get you. She said, Mama, don't come. Don't come, Mama. Don't come. Don't come, Mama. She was trying to protect me. My daughter saved my life. My daughter saved me. I said, okay, I'm listening to you, baby. I'm not gonna come. This time. Because I came every time before, but this time she said, don't come, Mama. Because she told me to come get her. Other times she was like, Mama, come get me. I'm here. I'm here. Come get me. Come get me. This time she said, don't come, Mama. She said, they're going to kill you. Don't come, Mama. It was her last date, and she knew to know your day there. And to know, no man knows the day or the time, the hour when they're going to die. My baby knew. She knew she was going to die. She knew it. My anxiety is acting up real bad right now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, but I'm going to come back and play voice recordings and just give y'all the back stories on the recordings. Um, my daughter was trafficked. I'm not gonna stop saying it. I don't care who not supporting me. I don't care what protection I care. It's time, bro. I cannot keep living and just letting this go. I'm doing my daughter a disservice. I'm doing the world a disservice. I can't live with myself like that. I can't do it. I can't let it go. I've been saying this from day one. I have text messages that I've sent the detectives from day one. Voice clips, voice memos, voice recordings from day one. I got on the news and told them my daughter's being trafficked. When they finally did do a news clip about it, it was in 2022. I buried her in September 2022. I got on the news. September 2021. I think I got on the news March or something like that in September 2022. And just getting the strength to do this and the bravery and courage to do this, being scared out your mind and paranoid and trying to heal, trying to be yourself again, trying to get your life back, trying to figure out how you gonna live like this and got no family support, no support at all. I think I'm doing rather good. Oh, you should be over it by now. Somebody actually told me, you still, that that was 2 years ago. You ain't over there yet? You should just let it go. You should just move on. You should just, you just give it to God. You gonna have to get over that. You gonna have to get over that. Ain't no need to crying about it. I don't know why you crying. What are you crying for? What you crying for? Bitch, you know why I'm crying, bitch. What's wrong with you? And this was when it was fresh. People asked me what I'm crying for. It was just crazy, bro. Like I would not have known who a lot of people were if this hadn't happened. I would have not have known what was going on in the system if this had not happened. This revealed a lot of things to me. This revealed so many discrepancies in the system, so many loopholes, so many holes, and so it revealed who people really were. When something happens, bad happens, you really see who people really are. Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. My head kind of hurting. I don't remember eating anything today. I don't think I did. And I'll just be crying all day long. Then I beat myself up about it. I beat myself up about not doing anything, not saying anything. Because I'm trying to be okay, just being alive. Like I have survivor's remorse or something. I still feel guilt. I wasn't able to get her this time. Just other things. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain. And I'll be back to talk about more of it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and try to come back tomorrow if I have the will to and the strength to, and I hope I do. It's hard to keep reliving, especially when nobody's listening, you know? So, yeah, I want to do big things for my daughter. I want to have an organization for trafficking. There's only 3 safe houses for trafficking in my state. Only 3. And they're very far apart. And you can only stay there for 30 days. These girls have nowhere to go, no numbers to call, there's no advertisement about trafficking, no billboards, all the social media ads, no ads about it at all. That's not weird to y'all. It seems like somebody's trying to keep it quiet. Something so big can be so quiet. Thanks, Cassie. And I'm just waiting to see everything that's gonna come out of this. Because it's huge. My daughter was trafficked by celebrities. They have little people like a ladder on them. A ladder, like a little pyramid of them. A whole ring. Yeah. Y'all better get a clue what's happening around y'all. My daughter was trafficked. I ain't gonna never stop saying it. Anyway, I'll be back hopefully soon. Lord willing soon. Which I have to invoke the Lord in me. So at my will, I hope I'm willing, and I have to just invoke my will and push through it to talk about it, And it is definitely hard. And I'm not getting in counseling because they always changing my fucking therapist up every 2 months. I got a different therapist. And I have to relive this shit over and over and over. Like, damn, I gotta tell you again. Well, we want to hear. I heard a little bit about, what your situation is from the last. Can you just tell me a little bit of, just tell me a little. I gotta tell you too that this bitch is supposed to be here through a process with me and help me get to the end and tell me how to do this shit. Sometimes my counselors be like, they need a drink after they got through talking to me. They really do. They be like, how are you still here? How are you here? How are you doing this? How are you alive? How are you okay right now? They be needing a drink after they hear everything that happened. They be needing a drink. They be stressed out. I've been asking for grief. I mean, not grief, trauma therapist for the longest. Nobody has trauma therapy here. Therapy here. Nobody. It's really crazy that there are no resources here. None. You just got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Nowhere to go for trafficking. Nowhere to run to. If you got to leave your house because you got a hit on you, nobody think a hit is real. Shit's crazy. It's really disgusting and disheartening, and it's just concerning. Nobody cares. Nobody asking no questions. Nobody give a damn because nobody know. Partially ain't the people fault because ain't nobody informing them. How can you protect yourself from something you don't even know is a threat? How do you know? Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, and like I said, I will be coming with more evidence, proof, a lot of stuff. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel. You guys support me. I want a foundation for sex trafficking, victim safety houses, um, advertisement, helping people get back on their feet after trafficking. You know, um, resources after you bury somebody. You have to start completely over. You got to go back to work. Are you ready to go back to work? You got to be around people. Your bills gotta still get paid. Your rent gotta still be paid. You gonna get kicked out your house if you don't pay your rent. They don't give a damn what's happening to you. They don't give a damn about none of that shit. That's another topic because the district attorney are supposed to have an advocate. They are supposed to have a victims advocate, and victims compensation. And it ain't what you think it is. It's not. It's not that. It ain't no help. And I'm gonna expose that shit too. I'm exposing all of this shit. Time is up. it's up. It's over with. So anyway, if you watched this all the way through, thank you. And I'll come back and talk to you guys later. Bye.